Presenting the Stak Tree. This week, we're going to create a setting that's unusual and creative for you. It's going to be a secret that's going to keep your friends talking about your Christmas table all year long. Let's get started. First of all, let's talk about a few of the elements that we're going to use today on our table. Number one, we're going to use shredded styrofoam. And I want to show you a couple of cool things that you're going to be able to do with it. Number one, we're going to coat our table with it, but we're also going to use it to make a couple things as well. So we're going to make a couple of snowballs. It's real easy by taking a styrofoam ball and a little bit of Tack 2000. We coat our ball and just dip it in our shredded styrofoam. Roll it around, pack it on there a little bit, and voila, a snowball. So we need a couple of those. And one more. That's a fast, easy way for us to make a snowball. We can even make little tiny ones if we want to. Ta-da! Let's set those off to the side to dry. We're also going to use some styrofoam cubes today too. They look like big sugar cubes, but in this case, I think they look like the ice blocks that Eskimos make igloos out of. We're going to use a couple of big ones first, and we'll use the smaller ones as topping a little bit later. We're also going to use a few of these wonderful spiral beaded trees that come from our friends at North Star. North Star is also the company that makes all the Premier Sidel products. So if you're ever confused about it, they have two names for a lot of the products that they do. But the cool little rhinestones we use, from their Christmas company, they're called North Star, and they make these cool things. We're going to add our stack trees. The cool thing about the stack trees is they come in this little box and they store really easily because they completely flatten out. But they're spiral cut. So as we put them together, we don't have to keep our traditional Christmas shape either. We can make them look like they're fun little Dr. Seuss trees almost. Don't forget too, there's always a little tiny cone inside the center. And they all fit together. Now also imagine if we painted each one a different color. We could do lots of things. We also could coat these with the shredded styrofoam by using Tack 2002. So that would give us another interesting look. They come in two sizes. Here's the smaller size. Think of the great memories you could create with your kids and how much fun they'd have putting these together. It's one of those cool things that I think you remember for the rest of your life, having fun with a cool product like this. Also remember the other opportunities you could have using a stack tree. Say we got out a little bit of October brown spray paint and made ourselves a cornucopia. That could be pretty fun too. And we'll make this one mirror that same shape. And I think we can place one more right there. We're going to have to leave a little bit of room on our table for our focal piece. I'm going to show you that in a minute. It's a special little treat I have for you that was made by my friend Jennifer. The boxes for the stack trees fold flat. We're going to want to make sure that all our trees have a little bit of that curve to them so they all look kind of great dancing around the table. We also want to make sure that they show up. So underneath these guys, we're going to put these wonderful submersible acolytes because they give off a lot of reflective quality. The bigger trees, we can use a couple if we want to, so that we really get a nice glow. Let's throw one more underneath that one. Remember that these come in 8 different colors too, so if you wanted to have a red glow inside your tree, or maybe a green glow, they also make ones that change color too. That would be really fun. The other thing too is we can really turn up the heat by using the illuminator, which is this guy. It's got a whole bunch of lights in it. And that would fit right under our big tree at this end and really make it glow. The illuminators are rechargeable too. These guys you simply twist on and off. So we're going to go ahead and place a few more of these guys all around our tabletop. Place one on top of those cubes too. And you'll see in just a minute why we're setting up all our lighting. Here comes a special cake that my friend Jennifer made for me. Look at it, it's got crystal frosting and it looks just like it's been freshly snowed. So if I was having guests over or a special Christmas wedding or maybe just a party, I could use this as the centerpiece and it's going to look great with all the other decorations I'm doing. Now, if I wanted to, I could add a little bit of our glitter spray. This is the silver glitter spray from our friends at Design Master. I can spray just a little bit of that to add a little bit of glitter on everything. I want to spray it now because here's where it gets really fun. Because we're going to add our shredded styrofoam. It comes in bags or bulk boxes, whatever's convenient for you. But we're simply going to pour this onto our table. And we're going to cover up our little lights. can also sprinkle a little bit over the top of our stack trees if we want to. The shredded styrofoam is available all over the place. It's the kind that people use when they set up their wonderful Christmas villages or little Christmas scenes. Look how incredible that looks. You can use the little acolytes. Another cool thing would be to use Christmas lights underneath this too. So then you could just plug it in and have it set to go. But look how fun it looks with all of the snow just sprinkled over everything. And you can smooth it out or do what you like to do with it, whatever you want to do. Maybe we want to throw a couple ornaments in there or a couple decorations. Let's go back and get our snowballs. They look great, just sprinkled throughout. And our little smaller cubes, they add a little more interest too. We can even use beaded garlands if we want to decorate the trees just a little bit more. Tuck this inside and then put our cap back on, and that allows us to wind the garland around the tree itself. There's also other great beaded garlands like this that maybe you could lay around the cake, or the wonderful, incredible snowball cord. We can just run that through the entire table. Now, this is a great backdrop that we could use throughout the entire Christmas season, but it wouldn't be fun with flowers if we didn't add a few fresh flowers too. So I'm going to add a few beautiful polar star roses from Euphoria. This would be a great opportunity if I was having a cocktail party where I would just bring in and place a few fresh flowers just for the evening. And the Euphoria roses are so wonderful and so durable. They'll hold up wonderfully for the entire night. We'll add a couple to our cake too. And just a few more. Also, we can just dust the top of them with a little bit of our snow. Very similar to the way we did it in our color text webisode. There we go. Now that's a beautiful Christmas table. One that's going to knock the socks off of everyone who comes over to your house for the holidays. I thought this would be a great way for us to kick off our holiday season for you at JTV. I hope you learned a lot today and have some really creative ideas warming up inside of you for this wonderful chilly season. I hope you enjoy all the fun you learn here at JTV. We have to have fun like this, especially at the holiday times. I want to give a special thanks to my friend Jennifer for whipping up my wonderful stunt cake for today's tabletop.